George Russell snatched pole position from the Canadian Grand Prix from his Mercedes teammate Kimi Antonelli in a thrilling finale to qualifying in Montreal. Russell appeared out of sorts for almost the entirety of the session, but produced a stunning lap with checker flag already waving to dislodge Antonelli from pole with just 0.068 separating the pair. Russell ruled with delight over the radio after sealing pole, having earlier on Saturday reduced Antonelli's lead over him at the top of the Drivers' Championship to 18 points, winning the sprint, which features a contentious collision between the Silver Arrows. The last lap came from nowhere. Russell said it was such a great feeling when it was such a challenging session. You put it all together on that last lap to throw yourself up the leaderboard is epic. Russell goes into Saturday's race seeking to end a run of 3 successive victories that had given Anthony a surprise early championship lead, with the potential of a wet race adding to the drama at Circuit Gilles Villeneuve. Antonelli said, "I'm pretty happy. There was still a little bit left on the table, but George did a great lap and all eyes on tomorrow. We will see what the weather's like and be ready for anything." Lando Norris came third as his McLaren teammate Oscar Piastri ensured they locked out the second row, with the reigning Constructors' Champions closer to the pace than most are anticipating on a weekend where Mercedes have introduced a big upgrade. Ferrari's Lewis Hamilton appeared to be in the battle for pole, having been second to Norris after the first Q3 runs, but had to settle for fifth, making a mistake on his final lap. Max Verstappen, frustrated by a lack of straight line speed in his Red Bull, was sixth, while his teammate Isaac Hadjar marginally behind in seventh. Charles Leclerc was eighth in the other Ferrari, with Racing Bull's David Limbad and Alpine's Franco Colapinto continuing their strong form to round out the top 10. But qualifying began with a heightened sense of importance, coming just hours after the glovers had come off for the first time this season in a battle between the Merc drivers. Anthony had been left aggrieved when he felt Russell forced him off track as the pair battled for the lead in the sprint, and suggested both over the team radio and after the race that he would be changing his approach to racing, and his teammate accordingly moved forward in such a move as to be tolerated. Toto Wolff said ahead of qualifying that the situation had been resolved and both drivers were on the same page regarding the rules and engagement moving forward, but there's little doubt each contender would be desperate to land the next blow. If it was Antonelli who started stronger, topping the time sheet in Q1 with Russell half a second off the pace in 8th. The picture was similar in Q2, with Antonelli quickly delivering a strong lap to secure his place in Q3, while Russell once again lacked pace and couldn't match his teammate's effort on a further run at the end of the period. Russell appeared to be in major trouble as he made an error aborting his first flying lap in Q3, while Russell suddenly found himself behind McLaren and had Hamilton in fourth after completing a scrappy effort in front. The prospect of Mercedes missing out on pole for the first time this year seemed realistic. Russell was out of sync with the rest of Q3 runners and returned track early, seeming to have little hope of pole when he slotted into third, more than a quarter of a second down on Norris's lap time. As both Norris and Hamilton couldn't improve, Antonelli appeared to have taken pole with a final effort, but then Russell, with another time lap, having cooled his tyres previously, summoned an improvement of more than 4/10 to just nick it. Russell said, "We made some changes based on the forecast tomorrow. It may have hurt a bit for now, but to put the car out of sync a little bit. Kimi was more competitive than I thought, and we weren't as clear ahead of everyone else as yesterday, so it was a challenge, but I realised my driving and put it together." While Russell has insisted throughout the weekend he's not feeling any extra pressure as a result of his unexpected deficit to Antonelli, his animated celebrations over the radio told a different story. Despite the boost offered by Russell's 2 triumphs over Antonelli on Saturday, he's so far only gained 2 points, with the Italian teenager looking to claim the win on the Grand Prix tomorrow. And before I go, let me run you through your classification. Obviously, Russell and Antonelli locking out the front row. I think Mercedes did a good job there to maximise it, because the other team's hot on their heels, and Russell will be delighted with that lap. Norris in third, I think will probably be disappointed not to get amongst it. Obviously couldn't improve on his last lap, but yeah, that seems to be where McLaren will be. I think Hamilton will be disappointed to only be fifth. Yeah, it seems like that last lap, last few days have really cost Hamilton from a really good position, but his pace is still there, which is encouraging for him. Red Bull probably maximised the best they could do. Hadjar really close to Verstappen as well, so fair play to him. And Leclerc just struggled all weekend, so that's concerning for Leclerc. I don't think it's a circuit he really likes, but yeah, disappointing. Limbad once again best of the rest, really maximising his weekend, and Colapinto comfortably out qualifying Gasly again is really impressive from him. Hulkenberg in 11th, that seems to be where Hulkenberg always fills, which will be slightly disappointing to him. Wilson a bit off his teammate, similar for Bortoleto. Gasly as well, which will be disappointing for him. And then the Williams not really having much pace. Haas seems to have dropped back, which is disappointing for them. And then you've got the Astons and Cadillac rounding off at the back again, kind of where we've got used to seeing them. Hey guys, that's it for this video. Thanks very much for watching. Remember to like, share and subscribe. Follow us on our socials, link in the description below for daily F1 news, meme and content. Subscribe to our other channels on screen right now, that'd be greatly appreciated. Thanks very much for watching. Peace out.